Hello, everybody, and thank you very much for joining us on this interview regarding online courses creation and selling and online courses business. I have a very special friend of mine here today with us. His name is Diego Davila. He lives in Florida in the United States, and he is a very successful Udemy instructor, and not just Udemy instructor, an online instructor overall. Now, I will let Diego tell you a little bit about himself, and then I have some very cool questions to ask him, and I'm 100% sure that he is going to share with you a couple of golden nuggets that you can use in your own business, and I know that he will motivate you to start your own online courses business because of his great results. So, Diego.
Thank you, Soren. Thank you for the invitation. Hey, guys. I'm Diego. I'm happy to be here with you. Thank you for investing your time also in watching this video. We really appreciate that. I think we will have great conversations, Soren. So I teach on Udemy for 4 years. I started, 4 years ago, creating courses slowly, searching about the best topics to teach, creating my community, which is one of the most important things, creating the community of people, of students that know you, that enroll in your courses. And also I am publishing my courses on Skillshare, starting my course, my academy, my own platform now, which is great. Maybe we can talk about that too.
Sure.
So everything is great. So I'm very happy to be here.
So, man, what did you do before online courses? I mean, did you try any other online business ventures and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's a great question. I am actually a network engineer. So I work 15 years as a network administrator on companies, 9-to-5 jobs. And it was great. I mean, but the only thing that I didn't like about that job is that it was a little bit stressful because, I mean, when you work as a network admin, people usually look to you and people contact you when the things are on fire. The network is not working, the emails are not coming, and all that bad stuff. So I didn't like that part of the business. And always, from the time I can remember, I was always trying to create something online. I love the idea of working from home, creating my own business. Be my own boss, So if I want to take vacation, if I don't feel that I can work, that I want to work today or tomorrow, I can take a day off, without asking anyone. And also the most important thing that I love about what we do, Soren, is the possibility of earning more and more money, increasing your income. When you are in a regular job, you have a paycheck that always comes, but it comes with a specific amount, right? You cannot increase that. It takes time. And when you have your online business, you teach online, you don't have limits of the amount that you can earn. It's up to you. If you create more materials, more products, you will earn more and more and more. So that's exciting. That excited me before I started. Always, I was thinking on how should what do I need to do in order to create an online business and all that. 4 years ago, I saw an email from Udemy saying, hey, enroll in this course. I don't know how they got my email, but I got the email. And I opened the course and I saw that it was easy. I mean, the guy that was teaching, it was a regular guy like me, on his home, just recording with the webcam, teaching what he knows, which is exciting. And I said, man, I can do that too. If he can do it, I can do it too. I just recording his face and I don't know. So that's how I started, basically. I started creating a course about Amazon FBA. I was starting doing some Amazon FBA at that time, because a friend of mine was doing Amazon and he said, hey, maybe you can do Amazon and you can leave your day job and do just that. So I started doing Amazon, and because of that, I decided to create an Amazon course to share with people how I did it, So everything started after that, learning more and more and more, growing the business. Here we are now.
The funny story is that I stumbled upon Udemy, I think like around 5 years ago or something, but I didn't, I just ended up on the website. I was doing something different at the moment. I was excited about what I was doing at that moment, and I just saw some guys there. They were making courses, and I said to myself, yeah, that's pretty cool, but I'm not interested in this at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 years later, I just ended up there, and you know, I just said, like you said, you know, wow, this seems easy. You know, I should give it a try. So basically, which are the topics that you cover most in your online courses? I mean, you have started right with the Amazon FBA.
Yes.
And after that, I think you moved on to a lot of other topics, right?
Yes. I started as I think everyone does, without knowing what to teach, because I didn't have an audience. I don't know. I mean, I was a network engineer, but I mean, I won't teach people how to manage a network because I don't know, man. Maybe nobody's interested in that. It's complicated, you know. So I said, okay, what could I teach that people will be interested on? So that's why I started basically teaching everything I know. So I created a course about Amazon FBA. I created a course about WordPress, you know, how to create.
Are there any network engineering courses on Udemy? I think there are, right?
Yes, there are a CCNA. There is a certification for network, which is called CCNA by Cisco, and CCNP and other higher certifications. And I saw that on Udemy, and I said, okay, maybe I can teach that. But it was like a 35-hour course. And I said, man, I mean, I took the certification once time in the past, and it's super difficult to pass and to study for it. I actually, to prepare for that, I took a 1-year course on an institution on Brazil when I was living in Brazil. So I took a 1 year where I go every day for, I don't remember, 1 hour and a half or 2 hours there, and we do the labs, we learn stuff, you know. So I thought it was too complicated for me at the beginning, because I didn't know how to create courses or anything like that. So after that, I started teaching everything I knew, and I end up now, I mean, a few months ago, I mean, more than 2 years ago, I started creating courses about digital marketing, you know, Facebook ads, how basically my goal right now is help people to grow their online presence on Facebook. So business owner, entrepreneurs, I mean, if you don't have an online presence right now, I mean, it's difficult for you. Doesn't matter what's your business. You need to have an online presence. You need to have a website. You need to have a Facebook page, a YouTube channel, and you need to have all optimized in order to have the results, you know, because everyone have that, but they don't have that optimized. They don't know how to use it properly. So that's why I teach right now specifically.
Yeah, I've actually noticed that your last course was something related to Facebook ads for local businesses, and I think that's a great idea, because I don't see actually in my area, you know, if I look at the local businesses around here, I don't see many of them, you know, using Facebook at its full capacity. And I know that it can be a great marketing tool for them, you know, to attract more clients, to sell different special offers to them, to create a better bond with the client and stuff like that. But a lot of local businesses aren't using it, and I think that this can actually be a great opportunity, right, for students even to create maybe their own social media agency for local businesses or stuff like that. Yes. I've seen a lot of people are successful with that, and I think it can work absolutely anywhere, because everybody wants more clients, right?
Exactly, and I agree with you, man. I mean, if you open a new bakery on your city, what are your options? I mean, how do you contact people? How do you let people know that you are open? In the past, and this is my new course actually, in the past you need to have a newspaper, and you go to a newspaper and you pay for a small ad in one of the pages. You know, the problem is that this newspaper, everybody reads. I mean, by everybody, I said people that are not in your target audience also read the newspaper. And the chances for them to find your ad there in a small corner in page 30 are very low, you know.
Yeah.
So, and you paid a lot for this, you know. You paid every day they post, you paid for that. I mean, and you are not reaching your target audience. And with Facebook ads for local business specifically that we are talking about, you have the advantage of setting up a circle around your bakery. Let's say you open a bakery, so you put the address of your bakery, you set a circle around it. You can say how many miles or kilometers from your bakery you want to reach people, and inside this circle, leave people that are your potential clients. You set up their age, their interest, their behavior, and with all that, you can contact them specifically. So you are contact people that are really interested on your products, your services, your business.
Yeah, that's laser targeting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So super powerful, and you spend less money than with the newspaper, you know.
Yeah, that's definitely a great topic, and I'm 100% sure that people will love the new course and will find it very, very helpful. So right now, basically, you have built this base of courses on Udemy, right? And but do you sell them on other platforms, or which are the main platforms where you are focusing right now, or what's your strategy? Where are you selling the courses right now? Because I'm guessing it's not only on Udemy. Basically, that's the base, but you are selling on other places as well.
Yes. So I am selling mainly on Udemy. Most of my income right now comes from Udemy, and I recommend 100% Udemy if you are starting. If you are interested in creating courses and creating your business like we have, in my opinion, the best way to start is Udemy. I also sell my courses on Skillshare, which is not selling because they have a membership program that people pay $10 a month or something, and they have unlimited access to all the courses, and they pay by minutes. So if you put your course there, Skillshare will pay you for every minute the premium users who watch your course. Also, I am right now creating my Teachable School. I already upload all my courses there, and that's great because on Udemy, you don't have the contacts of your students, so you don't have the names and emails of these people. And names and emails are important, guys, because, I mean, you know already. But with that's the most important asset, because with that, you can contact them every time. You can create that relationship between you and your customer that is important to create the sale, you know, because if your customer doesn't trust you, they won't buy your products. And the email address is a great way to be in contact with them, have a conversation with them, you know, so they start to get interested about you and your products. So other platforms, I also have courses on amazing.com.
Yeah, that's a good one too, but the approval process, it's a little bit more trickier.
Exactly. And Sorin actually have a lot of, how many courses do you have there? A lot of courses.
On Amazing, right? I think like 5 or 6. Actually, last month was very good with Amazing. I broke 4 figures for the first time.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It was a good month. Thank you. Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, it's a good platform because, in my opinion, Amazing probably is the most passive of them all, you know?
Yes.
We just put the courses out there, and basically this is the biggest advantage of these marketplaces, you know, because you just put the course out there, and you already have, if you have built a course, you already have a digital asset, and then you can sell it wherever. And basically for us, Amazing, it's purely passive income and nothing more than that.
Exactly. You don't have questions, because on Udemy, usually we get questions and, you know, you need to reply. Otherwise, the students get angry, you know. They expect that the instructor will be there to help them. But on Amazing, as Sorin say, I mean, you don't do anything. You just upload, they approve, and that's it. You forget about it. You just receive the money. And one thing you said, Sorin, that I really agree with that, man. And I love that, is that when you create a course, that's your asset, that's your product, and you can multiply that and sell in all the platforms you want. I mean, it's up to you. Probably you also. I receive every day, or not every day, but every week or a few times a month, I receive emails from new platforms that are coming to the market, you know, offering partnerships, saying, hey, let's put your courses here, let's put your courses there, you know, and they will sell the courses and all that. So most of the time, I say no, because I don't know, I am concentrating my time in other things like Udemy and grow my business. But I mean, if you want, you can put in any platform. There is no limit. I mean, no specific platform requires ownership. So that means that you are the owner of your course, of your product, and you can put the course in all the platforms you want, you know.
Yeah, and basically, the truth is that the fact that you are building your own academy right now, your own platform, that's the best thing, as you said earlier, because you know, the fact is that it's an advantage that we have multiple platforms, because we went through this, you know, like Skillshare for us worked very, very well in the past. And now it's not so good like last year, okay, because their payment model changed. But on the other hand, we have an advantage because we have all of these new platforms that appear, or other ones start to market better and stuff like that. So the risk of maybe not having where to sell your courses is very, very low. But so the advantage of having multiple platforms, it's that it somehow gives a certain stability to this business, even if you don't have your own audience, right? Because if you would be dependent only of one platform like Udemy or like Skillshare, and you wouldn't have like 4 or 5 where you can sell the courses, it would be a little bit difficult, because if they change something in their algorithm, your business is directly affected. On the other hand, if you have multiple platforms where you sell, then if somebody changes something, you have the other 3 where you can actually make good money. But the healthiest way, obviously, to do it is like you are doing it right now, to build your own platform, because you have that base of students, you control the community, and you can sell to them at whatever price you want.
Yes.
Again and again and again and again. So basically, that's what you're focusing your efforts on right now, right?
It's a mix, actually. Yeah, that's a very important area where I am investing my time right now, creating my own platform, and also to create courses constantly. Because what I think, is this: if I have 2 courses, right, on Udemy, let's say, and I have, let's say, 1,000 students, and I mean, not everybody is enrolling the 2 courses. Some people are enrolling course 1, some people are enrolling in course 2, but some people are not interested on other course. So if I send the promotional announcements, probably you guys know that we have 2 promotional announcements per month on Udemy that we can send selling other courses to the students. If I have 2 courses and I send every month the announcement for the same courses, I mean, they said, okay, I already saw the courses, I am not interested in these courses anymore, you know. So and you keep sending the announcement with the same courses. So I think the best way to grow your Udemy revenue and your Udemy student numbers is to create courses constantly. Why? Because one of the announcements of the month you can use for saying, hey, enrolling all these courses, $10 each, for example, and you send the courses that you have. But the other one you can use to promote your new course. So once a month, if you are creating 1 course a month, let's say, once a month you are using one of the announcements to grow your audience, you know. So all these students that you have probably will be interested on your new course. So if you have 1,000 students, a good percentage of them, because you are creating courses in the same subject, a good percentage of them will be interested on your new course.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So that's, in my opinion, that's one of the best ways to grow your audience and your revenue. So basically, answering your question, now I am focusing basically on creating my own platform, and also on try to keep up and creating courses regularly for my audience.
Yeah, and actually you create large courses right now, which I think it's pretty difficult, but you are doing a hell of a job, and it pays off. Now, the next question that I wanted to ask, you know, because a lot of people who are watching this video, they didn't start it yet, you know, and probably some people think, you know, man, maybe this is difficult, or I don't know, what should I teach, or stuff like that, you know. And I just wanted to ask you, how do you think that someone who is new to this should choose the topics of the first courses that he creates, or how he should choose the niche, or what actually to teach, you know?
I think the easiest way to start, Soren, is to start teaching something that you already know, right? So maybe you can sit down, grab a piece of paper and write down, let's say, 5 to 10 topics that you know more than regular people. You don't need to be an expert. Most people say, okay, I'm not an expert, so I won't be able to teach. My idea is that if you know more than the majority of people, I mean, you can teach them something. So you can teach them how you did that, what's the best way to do it. So basically that, sit down, write down 5 to 10 ideas, 5 to 10 skills that you have that you could create a course about. Usually you can think about also your friends when they ask you advice about, you know. Maybe you are a good guy on hiking. I love hiking, so I know a lot about hiking, and I have a course about hiking actually on Udemy about the Camino de Santiago.
So no, that one is in Portuguese, right?
Portuguese, yes. So basically, if you have knowledge about hiking, maybe you can create a course about hiking, you know, because there are people on the world that will be benefit from that knowledge. So that's one way to see it. Another way that I use until now, when I want to find new topics, is to go to Amazon.com, go to the Kindle store, and search for your topic. When you have the list of your ideas, you can go there and search. Let's say, for example, you are good creating websites. So you go to Amazon.com and you search for specific keywords that are related with what you want to teach, and see the results on ebooks, right? And why this is important? Because ebooks are selling more than regular books right now, and Amazon is the biggest marketplace. So if you see, let's say you search for how to create a website, and you see that you see a lot of books, and you see the first book that is ranking, let's say number, I don't know, 200 on the Kindle store, which is great. You said, man, there are people looking for this specific subject. So with Amazon, you can prove if your idea is good. You can get ideas of topics, because you will see the book titles, and you said, okay, maybe I can create a course not only about how to create a website, but about the plugins. What are the 50 plugins that the best 50 plugins of 2017 or something like that you can use on your WordPress? So Amazon is a great source for ideas. Also, if you listen to podcasts, if you are on forums, if you chat with people that are in the same niche, you need to be always paying attention. Maybe sometimes I listen to a podcast and I said, man, I can create a course about that. I think people will like this idea. And just write down.
You can find good ideas. I think anywhere, but yes. Being connected to the niche that you want to create the courses on, it's very, very important. Mm-hmm. Actually, I was listening to some podcasts as well, and got some good ideas from there. Not necessarily only for courses. I mean, you can get good ideas for absolutely anything in your business. You just have to be connected to your niche. And another thing that I've seen, on Udemy, mm-hmm. is the fact that people love updates, right? And basically, if you have a course like, at least this happens often in the development space, mm-hmm. or for the development courses. I mean, for example, last year, obviously, a lot of people were buying courses on how to create an app in iOS 10, right? Mm-hmm. Now, the new iOS is here. Obviously, somebody will hit the jackpot with the iOS 11 course and stuff like that. So depending on the niche, you have to update your content from time to time. And in absolutely any niche, I think that's important, because people love to see that you are involved as a teacher. Am I right with that? I think
yes, 100%.
They like to see updates. Yeah,
they like to see updates. Yes, and every time you release a new course with the update, I mean, all the students, let's say you have like 200 students on your course on iOS 10, and you release iOS 11, and you can send a promotional announcement saying, hey, iOS 11 is here, enroll in this new course. Yeah. And, I mean, most of them will upgrade.
Yeah, especially in this niche where people are focused on yes. mastering that specific skill. Yeah. So another thing that I wanted to ask you, because you are a Udemy expert right now. I mean, you have a lot of success with that platform. You focused a lot there. You have a lot of courses, a lot of students. People love your courses. I want to ask you if you can share, with people 3 things that you would recommend when they start teaching on Udemy. I don't know, regarding on how to create their courses, whatever you think. These are basically the 3 most important things that you should think they should consider when they are starting this, or
great question.
Apply.
Yeah. Let's see, man. I think the first course is the most difficult one, because I mean, you are not comfortable maybe on camera, and you don't have the technology. Maybe you don't know how to record your screen. Maybe your webcam is not like super high quality. And also we have like limiting belief, saying, hey, I am not an expert, blah, 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 So I think the most important thing is to take action, just forget about all these things and create your course. That's it. You don't need to create a 10-hour course or a 5-hour course. You can create half an hour or more. The minimum required by Udemy is half an hour. So if you have a half an hour course or 40-minute course, that's it. That's perfect. Also, perfection. Most people are perfectionists, and don't look for perfections. Just record what you have I mean, I have an accent. English is not my first language. I'm teaching most.
It's the same, yeah.
Yeah, most of my students are English-speaking people. So, and here we are. So don't worry about that limiting belief, and don't look for perfection on your course. Especially your first course won't be perfect. Your first course will be your worst course later, because you will be creating courses. Every time you create a new course, you will be improving in some way, and that's great.
Yeah.
So don't look for perfection. Just do it. Write down the ideas, as I told you. Validate that on Amazon. Go to Udemy, search for the similar courses that you find on this topic that you want to teach, and don't worry about not being an expert. If you can teach, let's say Facebook ads, okay? Let's say you are not an expert on Facebook ads, and you can create a course on Facebook ads showing people how to create a basic Facebook ad. So you can create a Facebook ads for beginners. There are people that have no idea how to create. They don't need a super complicated Facebook ad course. They just want to learn the first steps. And if you know that, that can be your first course,
Actually, I was thinking about what you're saying right now, with the expert status, that a lot of people are afraid about that, Mm-hmm. And yeah, indeed, I think not even the best person in the world in a specific field knows that he is the best person in the world in a specific field, and he thinks he still has to learn. And that's the truth, But the idea is that, I think that if people would just look in every field that they want to teach, mm-hmm. From a scale like from 1 to 10, where they are. It's exactly like you said. If you know a little bit more than the average person on a specific topic, you can actually teach the next person after you. Mm-hmm. For example, with Facebook ads, right? If you are on a level 2, let's say, on Facebook ads, right? Maybe you don't know a lot of stuff, but you don't know to do retargeting or to install pixel codes or stuff like that. But maybe you know how to create a Facebook ad, right? You can mm-hmm. teach people who don't know how to create absolutely anything with Facebook. You can teach those people how to create their first ad.
Exactly.
Basically, everybody can teach something in a specific field where they know more than the average person, because they have something extra. They have what to offer. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I think people a lot of times procrastinate because of this. They don't take action because they don't think they know enough, or they are not enough of an expert to actually teach something.
Yeah, and also another thing that just came to mind is that in the beginning, guys, it's a little bit difficult sometimes. Not for everyone. I have friends that create the first course and they just explode. Miguel Hernandez, which is a guy from Spain, he created her first course and he made I don't remember if it was $60,000 or $90,000 on Udemy. So it depends of each one. For me, it was a little bit difficult. For most people, in the beginning, it's a little bit difficult. You create your first course, you don't see sales. You don't know what to do next. The secret here is to keep doing it, keep promoting, keep watching Soren, asking him about strategies, what to do next, what's the next step, and all that, because it's worth it. At the end of the day, you will be able to have financial freedom. You will be able to do something that you love. Maybe you are already doing something that you love, and that's great, but you can do another thing that you love, and you can reach people all over the world. We have students in more than 100 countries,
Actually, yeah, I checked, I think I've checked yesterday, and for me it was it was somewhere around 178 or something like that.
Yeah, that's crazy, and so you are basically reaching people all over the world, helping them, changing their life, improving their businesses. So,
yeah,
I love that.
That's definitely worth it. Yeah, that's definitely worth it. So, man, what another question that I had for you, was regarding marketing tactics, because let's take you as an example, right? You are one of the instructors which didn't rely just on Udemy, like you have a YouTube channel, you have a Facebook presence, right? And I wanted to ask you, what marketing tactics are basically you are using for yourself and are efficient, and what would you recommend people to use? Like, for example, the YouTube channel or the Facebook page, or what do you think would work better? What's your experience with this?
Man, too many things. Let's see. You need to have a website, number one. I mean, first of all, I mean, I know that we are talking about like a lot of stuff, and some people can feel overwhelmed with all the things that they need to do. Don't worry about that. The first thing you need to do is create your course. Create the course, launch the course. When you need to start, after that, you can sell with marketing strategies. You need to have a website of your business. Doesn't need to be a super cool website. It needs to be a regular website with your information, with things about you and links to your channels, to your social media channels, and a contact page. Because you will be surprised when you create a website and you put that on Udemy or on any platform, you will be surprised of the people contacting you. People will know how to find you, and they will start emailing you and sending you proposals and all that. So that's important. Also, Facebook page, number two. Facebook page is important. Have a Facebook page. Optimize your Facebook page, because your Facebook page is also another way that people will use to contact you. They will know more about you, about what's your idea, what are you doing, what are your products, and all that. And also on your Facebook page, you can put the link to your website, which is great.
Create backlinks, and now we can create a video course about
YouTube channel, super important too. Number three, YouTube channel is super important. And these are the basic channels that you need to have: website, Facebook page, and YouTube channel, the basic. If you have that, you need to start creating content, right? So Facebook, in my opinion, what works for me, Soren, and is revolutionizing the internet right now is video. So this thing that we are doing, video, So on Facebook, you have Facebook Live. You need to use Facebook Live. Do Facebook Live once a week. Talk with your audience, create a relationship between you and your customer with Facebook Live. The same for YouTube Live. We have YouTube Live. We have software now that you can do just one stream and go to both channels. So you can do one recording like this, and it's going at the same time to YouTube Live and Facebook Live. That's great.
What software is that?
Restream is restream.com, I think, or .net. Restream, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's good to know. Yeah,
it's great. So also create videos on YouTube. Video is a great tool for discovery. So get the keywords. If I am teaching Facebook ads, I will use keywords that people will search on Google about that. For example, how to create a Facebook ad. What is retargeting? What is a Facebook ad? Every term that they can search about, you can create a video about that. It can be a short video, I don't know, 10 minutes, 2 minutes, depending on your topic. And put that on YouTube. Start creating that community. And in every single thing that you share online, on YouTube, Facebook, your website, or anywhere, forums, you need to add then the link to your website or the link to your landing page. Okay? We are talking about landing page now, which is one of the most important things, because again, you are getting the name and email of your audience, right? To sell them products later. So because if I create a course for a video on YouTube saying, hey, how to create Facebook ads, and people start watching that, at the end, I will say, hey, guys, if you want, I have a complete course about Facebook ads that it will take you forward. So now you have your ad that you learn here on this video. If you like this, click on the link on the description and enroll in my full course. It's for $10 with a discounted price, blah, blah, blah. So if you put that in every channel, in every content that you create, you add that link and add that call to action, you will start creating the community and driving people to your courses, to your website, or to your product. So
yeah. By the way, another thing that I wanted to ask you, because I forgot about this, but you have a couple of courses in Portuguese, right?
Yes.
And basically, I wanted to ask you if you would recommend, to somebody who's new to this, but probably knows a language, a different language than English, but a language which is of worldwide circulation, like Spanish, Portuguese, I don't know, French or German, or languages which are widely spoken. If you would recommend them to also create their courses in those languages, because I've seen, for example, a couple of successful examples with German, with people teaching in German on Udemy, and I was surprised. I was like, okay, they are not in Spanish. A lot of people are talking in Spanish, but German, it's a little bit more, but I've seen a lot of success for some people with that. And is this something that you would recommend to somebody, if they create their course in English, to also create it in their native language, if it's a language of worldwide circulation?
Yes, 100%. I have 30 courses now on Udemy, and 9 of them are in Portuguese. And I mean, if you speak another language other than English, create a course on that language too. Because you have a totally different audience that is ready for you. And usually these languages, I mean, Spanish, Portuguese, German, they don't have that the quantity, the number of courses that we have on English on Udemy. So if I create a Facebook ad course on Portuguese, there are only maybe 2 courses to compete with me. In English, we have like 17 pages of courses, So in English, I need to be super optimized, and I need to do a hard job in order to go to the first page to get the attention of more students. Comparing with Portuguese, when I release my course, I will be already on the first page, because there are only 2 other courses, so it's easier.
And the market is growing there too. I mean, even if there aren't so many people maybe at the moment, the market is continuously growing. And Udemy, for example, has new students. I think it grows with a couple of millions of students every single year. So that's huge, right?
Yeah, and actually, one of my courses in Portuguese is the second best course this month. So I have, from all my courses that I have on Udemy, the second one, top this month, is in Portuguese. So that gives you an idea that, it's great.
That's very important. That kind of give an idea about how important this is.
Yes.
Yeah. So another thing, when people, they are starting out right now, do you recommend them to, because you are focusing, I mean, right now you are building your own platform, but in the past, let's say for the first year or so, you weren't thinking maybe about building your own platform and driving people there. But would you recommend, for example, to people who are starting out right now to build their own platform from the beginning, like to create maybe a free course on Teachable or stuff like that, and try to drive traffic from other places, maybe even from Udemy or from YouTube or from stuff like that, to their own platform? Or just the first thing, just launch the course on Udemy and worry about the platform later?
Well, I see people that have different opinions about this. In my opinion, I think the best way to do it is to start on Udemy and at the same time on Skillshare, because you can just post the videos there. I mean, no extra work for you, just an hour to post the video, copy the description, So start with Udemy and Skillshare and start creating the community. Worry more about creating the course, because that's the most important thing. If you start worrying about the YouTube channel, about Teachable, about my old platform and all that at the beginning, you won't get anywhere. You need to have a focus. So in my opinion, the best way to do it is to focus on creating a course for Udemy and Skillshare. And maybe you ask, okay, when is the time then to start looking to my own platform? I mean, when you start creating your audience, you start creating the students. When you have, there is not a specific number. That's up to you. When you feel that you are saying, okay, I don't feel overwhelmed. I see that I created one course. I created my second course on Udemy. Maybe now it's time to start building my own platform. That's good. You can do that at that time. But in the beginning, the second course, my opinion is better to start concentrating just on your Udemy and Skillshare business initially.
Okay, Okay, basically that should be the strategy that one should use in the beginning. And
Yes.
yeah, I totally agree with that. I think that you know, it's important in the beginning to see that you get sales and you get results, you know,
Exactly.
because that's the hardest part. After that,
Yeah.
you have somehow of a validation, and you can
Mhm.
move forward with building your community, building new courses, and then building your platform. Because in the beginning, probably the question that pops up the most in people's head is, will this course actually sell, you know? And
Mhm.
once you have that validation from Udemy or from people who are watching your course on Skillshare or on other platforms, you know that it works and you have a good course and you can sell it and people are interested in what you are teaching.
Exactly, exactly. And especially because Udemy will sell your course. I mean, you don't need to, if you sell also, that's great, but Udemy will generate some sales for you. And that's important in the beginning because you are seeing some money coming in. If you start with your own platform, if you don't sell your course, nobody will sell for you. So you need to
Yeah.
basically go to people that you don't know, go to an audience that you don't have, and try to sell them something. So, and again, we talk about the relationship between you and your customers, on this case, between you instructors and your students. If you already have, as Soren said, if you already have a brand, and if people recognize you from Udemy, when you move to your own platform, they will say, "Hey, this is Soren. I know him from Udemy. I think I'll buy his course," because they already trust you. You know, they know
Yeah.
you. If you are a brand new and you go to Teachable, it can work. A lot of people make it work. That's why I said people have different opinions, but it's more difficult. So you need to have more knowledge about marketing. You need to have an email list, maybe of people interested on a specific topic, or maybe you need to pay a lot for Facebook ad, and
Facebook
you need to
ads.
also not just drive people to the sale from Facebook ad. You need to have a funnel that will educate them, that will create that
Trust.
relationship, that trust. Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's true. Well, Diego, these were all the questions that I had for you, man, today, and I'm very glad that you had the time to be on this video. Thank you very much for absolutely everything. Now, if you can tell us in the end a little about where people can find you, where they can find your courses. Because I know that people are interested in different stuff, and everything that you teach is related somehow to marketing right now, and will help them in absolutely any online business they will create. If it's online courses or anything else, I'm 100% that especially Facebook will not die for the next 10 years. So
Yeah.
they can learn a lot from you. Where can we find you? Where
They
is your
can
home base?
They can go to my website, diegodavila.com, and there they can find the links to my Udemy profile, all my channels. And I also have, I want to offer your audience, Soren, if you agree, a free course, you know.
Of course.
So I have a course, which is one of my top courses, is about Facebook pages. It's called the Facebook Page Masterclass, and how you can optimize your Facebook page, if you already have one, in order to generate the best results possible, to reach more people, you know, and to convert these people into clients, all on the Facebook page. And to access that for free, you can go to diegodavila.com/Facebook page.
Okay, I will actually write on the video the actual website so people can access it easier. That sounds great, man, because I've seen a lot of people getting great results with Facebook pages, and actually with organic traffic. For some of them, I'm amazed of what type of results some people have with this.
Yeah, because the Facebook page have a lot of tools now, Soren. I mean, we can link your YouTube channel there, your Instagram, so people can watch all your content in the same place. We have the call to action button that we can use to, if your business work with scheduling, or if you take calls from your audience. For example, they are on the cell phone on your Facebook page, and they can click on call me now, and basically the Facebook page will automatically call using the customer phone to your business, you know. Great stuff that we can do to improve the traffic and the quality of the clients. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Diego, again for being here on this video, man. Thank you everybody for watching this. Again, you can find Diego at diegodavila.com. Don't forget also to access his course, because you'll learn a lot of great stuff. Again, thank you, Diego, and bye-bye to everyone.
Thank you so much, Soren. Thank you, guys.